Want to elevate your cooking with this restaurant quality sauce? Demi-Glace sounds fancy, but my easy shortcut method delivers, like in the jus of this roasted lamb dip, an incredible depth of flavor without all the fuss. Ready to transform your meals? Let's get at it. We're going to start with some clarified butter or ghee, some diced yellow onions, diced celery, diced carrots. We're going to saute these. While that's cooking, we're going to make a sachet bag, some peppercorns, some dried thyme, a bay leaf, and some celery stems. Close that up and we're going to tie it to the stem once we're ready. All right, this looks good. We're going to add some flour and build a roux. We just have to cook out the flour flavor, so it only takes a few minutes. And then once that's complete, we're going to grab our unsalted beef broth. It is critical not to use a salted stock, as this sauce reduces tremendously and will be very salty otherwise. Okay, stir this up and let's add our sachet bag to it. And we're going to bring it up to a simmer and then reduce it to low. We're going to let this reduce about 15-20% and extract all those flavors coming out of that mirepoix, which was our carrots, onions, and celery. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back and this looks good. We're going to just squeeze all the goodness out of the sachet, but don't throw it away. Set it aside for now because we're going to strain out that mirepoix. To make sure we get a smooth sauce, we don't want to have any lumps. I admit it, I almost said bumps. So just work it through the screen. And then we're going to add the sachet bag back to the pan, discarding what we strained off, and add the sauce back to the pan. Now this is a two-step method and it's going to concentrate your flavor. So we bring that up to a simmer, we're going to add the rest of the beef stock. Why this is important is because we're doing it in stages to build layers. Okay, we've reduced this by half now. We can again remove the sachet, but this time we're all done with it. Now I like to use a little bit of Gravy Master. I used to use Kitchen Bouquet, but it had too many preservatives. I'm going to stir this in, and then we're just going to check for salt. It will add some salt, but in my opinion, it needs a little bit more. So we'll just add that in. And once we give it another stir, one more test. Of course it's a clean spoon. Perfect. All right, just one more time we're going to strain it again to make sure there's no impurities. And you can see there's still some inside. We don't want that. All right, now we're going to cover it. It's still hot, but what we're going to do is cover it, open up some small air holes in it with a knife by piercing the plastic, and put it in the refrigerator to cool. The reason we do this is to prevent a skin from developing as it cools. Now that it's cool, we're going to portion it out. Notice how it's thickened. It's really nice. Now we're going to add it to our ice cube trays. This is a nice silicone pencil ice cube tray that works really well for this. I got these over at Walmart and I'll put a link in the description, but they are not a sponsor. I just happen to like this product. After filling the rest of them, we'll add it to the freezer to solidify. Now you can bag this in Ziploc bags Or if it's going to last a long time, maybe half of it I would vacuum pack and then Ziploc the rest of it you expect to use within 30 days. Let's get these out of the tray. Look how nice these are. Each one's about a tablespoon, which is very convenient. All right, let's add them to our bag. Remove as much air as possible. And they're ready for your upcoming recipes. For example, in a gravy or a sauce that could be tossed with some shredded beef to make beef tips over rice. Or use it by itself heated up as a nice complementary sauce to a delicious steak. Or of course, as we saw before, add it to a jus to flavor bomb your lamb dip. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing if recipes like this are what your family needs, and also like so we can have the algorithm share it with others. See you later, alligator.